Okay, listen up, because I'm about to reveal a secret about something incredible that happened to you today. A simple action you took maybe without even thinking just now has unlocked a huge reward that most people will never experience. You absolutely cannot skip this. Today something happened that you didn't fully understand at the time it happened. Something that seemed normal. Something that looked like just another choice for the morning. It was just something else that the Chosen One did every day. However, God is talking to you now because what happened today was not normal. And He wants you to know what you did when it happened. You made something happen. Not in a little way, not in the way that normal actions have normal results. In a unique and important way that only the person chosen can activate. This morning you did something that moved something in a way that we can't see. Something that was waiting to happen was set off by that. What that did was open something that was ready to be opened. You did it, even though you didn't really know what you were doing. Because the Chosen One who is hearing this needs to know what happened this morning. I want to talk about what happened. Needs to understand that the seemingly normal thing they did when they woke up, prayed, decided to keep going, and showed up again in the same way they have been. During the long formation season was not normal. It was the exact thing that person did that God had been building up during that formation season. And the specific thing that person did at this specific moment was seen by people in the world where things actually happen. You set something off this morning, and God wants you to know what it was, because it will change how you act for the rest of the day. You'll see what you did differently after reading it, and it will change how you see yourself, what you carry, and what you can get when you do the things you do. Allow me to explain what activation really means, as this word has a specific meaning in the journey of the Chosen One, and the Chosen One needs to fully grasp it. When the Chosen One does what they did today, when they make the choice that shows who they are and what they carry, that choice has effects that can be seen with the naked eye, as well as effects that can't be seen but are real. Things that happen in the spiritual world around the Chosen One that change what is possible for them. There are effects on the planned placement of what God has been building for the Chosen One that moves something from one stage to the next. Inside the Chosen One, there are effects that solidify something that has been building and was waiting for this act to finish solidifying it. People who are chosen but don't know they've done something often don't understand what they did. When they look at the morning, they see something that a normal person would do on a normal day. But that morning wasn't like any other. Someone did something out of the ordinary, and that person is also out of the ordinary. The Chosen One will start to see the effects of the out-of-the-ordinary person's action on what seemed like an ordinary morning. As the day goes on and in the days to come, the reason God wants you to know what you activated today is so that you can be a conscious partner in what the activation is doing. Not just an unaware instrument. Someone who can see the full effect of their actions, not just the small effect that the human eye can see. When I talk about what the Chosen One did today, I don't want to talk about how it looked or how it behaved physically. I want to talk about how it felt inside. What did it have? What about it made it the kind of action that does what you did today? What the Chosen One did was a faithful act in the face of the everyday. The morning came like all mornings do without any fuss. There was no visible sign that this morning was different from the ones that came before. There was also no outside sign that what the Chosen One was about to do would be so important. The Chosen One did what they always do in the morning. They picked, it got hotted. They stood up. They said prayers. They moved forward. They came. This is who the Chosen One is. Not because the morning told them to, or because of some strange visible call. This is what came out of the formation. This is the character trait of someone who has been through everything the formation season has asked of them, and come out on the other side with the trait of someone who keeps going no matter what. That quality on the inside, the willingness to show up in the ordinary without needing the extraordinary to drive you, the commitment to the call and the journey. The morning looks like any other morning. That is not a common trait, and when the Chosen One with that quality does what they do, it has a weight that a normal person's action doesn't have. It holds the weight of the formation and everything that became part of it. and that action has effects that are also weighted. The person who was chosen also needs to know something about the time of day today. Since morning did not just appear at any point in the journey, it arrived at the exact moment that what was activated was ready to be activated. Also, what the chosen one did today wasn't just something they do every day. They did what they always do at the exact point in the journey when that action has the exact effect that it had. These times are planned by God. He doesn't let chance decide when the important activations happen. The morning that the chosen one did what they were supposed to do, today was the morning that God set aside as the activation morning. The point in time during the formation when the chosen one's action would have the action that it did. And what was planned to happen happened, because the chosen one showed up and did what they normally do at the right time. This is how God deals with the person he has chosen. He doesn't let them know ahead of time that this morning is the activation morning. He doesn't give them any clues that the normal thing they're about to do will have a very important meaning. He only positions the morning and trusts that the chosen one will show up and do what they need to do. And the chosen one shows up even though they don't know it's activation morning, because that's who they are. And being present at the right time leads to what it was meant to lead to. There was something different about this morning that you didn't know. And what you did in that situation, the normal way you did it, set off what got set off. God is telling you this now because he wants you to understand what it means to be faithful. It makes things that exist in dimensions you can't see. Things that it starts that the morning eye can't see. In the area where God has been building something for the chosen one, something was set off, because the activation isn't just a spiritual stirring that doesn't mean anything in particular. It's a certain movement in the specific order of the things God has been putting in the life of the chosen one. When the chosen one does what they did today, the doors that have been set up start to move. The doors that God has been opening for the chosen one, the opportunities, connections, and openings that are part of the job that God is giving them are not set in stone. They are plans that change based on what the chosen one does. Not in a transactional way, as if the person chosen earned the chance by doing well, but in a way that the chance matches the time being ready. And the readiness is shown by the specific quality of the action that was chosen. When that quality is present in the action, like it was with what the chosen one did today, it tells the doors that the person they were set up for has arrived at the right time. When the chosen one shows through their normal faithful actions that they are the person the doors were set up for, the doors start to move. And what the chosen one did today proved that point. The doors that have already been put in place are starting to move. Beginning to show up are the alignments that have been coming together. The things that have been set up in the invisible are starting to move toward the visible. And the chosen one started this change today by doing what they did. I'd like to talk to the chosen one who doesn't know what they did today that was so important, who is listening and wants to know what is being talked about. Since the chosen person who finds this message will have had a morning, and that morning may have looked like any other morning. It's possible that they have no idea what time in the morning set things off. That person I chose, I want to tell you that it was all of it. The whole morning. The decision to move forward. The prayer, no matter how long or short it was, and the choice to keep going. The kind of person who was in every little thing they did that morning. The formation that has been built in the chosen one is not split up into separate acts. It's in everything the chosen one does. In the way they go about their morning, the way they deal with the everyday, and the way they are present in the ordinary. There wasn't a single dramatic act where the chosen one could point and say, "That's the one." It was all morning, as lived by the chosen one who was made through the formation that made them. The formation was there in the morning, and what set off was the formation that was there in the normal things that happen in the normal morning. You brought yourself to the morning, the fully formed chosen one that the whole formation process created. Being there in the morning at this exact point in the journey was what set you off. There is something about the activation that I want to talk about that has to do with the chosen one's mind and thoughts. Everything that happened today was activated not just spiritually in a narrow sense, but in every way. And since what was activated has many dimensions, the Chosen One's many dimensions are involved in what comes next. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community, through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows of ashes and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. And in 1981, Roger Sperry won the Nobel Prize for his work on the split brain and how the brain processes experience and interacts with reality. In his Nobel Prize-winning research, Dr. Sperry found that 98% of children are operating at a level that we might call genius level. This means that they have full access to the pattern recognition, creative integration, and deep perceptual abilities that God built into them from birth. But when they become adults, less than 2% of people still have that level of access. It gets harder and harder to get to what was there before because of the stresses, pressures, and weight of everyday and extraordinary difficulty. It was not that the capacity was gone that Dr. Sperry found it was still there. The access had been harmed, but certain neurological activities could make the access to what was always there come back. The person who was chosen and activated, what was activated today, needs to be available in full for what the activation is starting. Not just a part of themselves, not the version whose ability to think and perceive clearly has been harmed by the long formation season. The full version, the original plan, and the access to genius level that God gave to the Chosen One from the start. A neurologist in New York City named Dr. Daniel Barron built on the Nobel Prize research to make what he calls genius switch. The Chosen One listens to an 8-minute audio protocol every day with their eyes closed and headphones on. The protocol activates the brain pathways that are related to the original cognitive abilities that Dr. Sperry recorded. The only thing the Chosen One has to do is listen. What it does is give them access to something that was always there. God put the Chosen One with genius-level intelligence before the formation season, but it was harder to get to because of how it was designed and constructed. Genius Switch isn't a brainwave item. This isn't a meditation app. A practicing neurologist created a specific neurological protocol based on Nobel Prize research. It has been used by over 18,456 people who have reported exactly the kind of clarity, processing speed, creative integration, and perceptual depth that the Chosen One needs as what they activated today starts to play out. For $39, Dr. Barron sold the Genius Switch. The price on the list is normally on $49. For $39, Dr. Barron comes with 4 free bonus materials and a guarantee that you can get all of your money back. Chosen One can get all the details and start their 8-minute daily practice at chosen.p.com/switch, because what was activated today deserves the fully healed Chosen One to be there for what it creates. This morning, I want to talk about what the Chosen One can expect to see in the days that follow. This is because activation is not a single event with a single result. It's the start of a series of events that will happen over the next few months. And knowing the pattern of how activations happen helps the person who has been chosen stay on track as things start to happen. The first thing the Chosen One will notice is a change inside. Like something settling down, becoming clearer, or moving from one place to another. Not always exciting. There isn't always a clear sign that the activation is moving that the chosen one can point to. Sometimes there is a different kind of movement inside that wasn't there in the morning. Though the difference can't be seen at the moment, there is a feeling that something is different. The chosen one will also notice that things that were being set up have come to life. Not all at once. God releases what he has been building in a certain order. First one thing becomes clear, then another, and so on. It's not all open doors at once. People who have been chosen and are paying attention will see the pattern, the thread that runs through the events. They will understand that what is happening is connected, and that God has been placing things in a certain way so that they will get better. Not just random events. The third thing the chosen one will notice is that they are interacting with what is opening in a different way. That isn't the cautious, uncertain engagement of someone who isn't sure if what they're experiencing is real or if it will last. That is the more settled, sure engagement of someone who knows they are in an activation sequence and moves through it with the authority of the person the activation saw is ready. The activation today was the start of what will happen next. The chosen one who stays focused and pays attention to what God is doing during the activation will be able to see it. I want to talk about the fake activation because the enemy who knows that the chosen one activated something real today will try to offer a fake chain of events that looks like the activation but leads somewhere else than the real opening. There's a sense of urgency in the fake activation. It seems like it needs to happen right away before the chosen one has had a chance to figure out if it's really part of what was activated, or just something to do take their attention away from it. It makes people feel rushed, like they will miss out on something important if they don't act right away. The real activation doesn't need to be done right away. It makes things clear. This feeling is calm and sure, like someone who has been chosen and knows the right door when they see it and walks through it without any doubt. It's not hard for the chosen one to take advantage of the real opening. In this way, they are placed, and the chosen one, who has been in the formation long enough to know the difference between fake pressure and real clarity, will be able to tell them apart as new information comes in. God is saying, what you activated today is real, and what it is activating is real. Stay focused on what is real. Listen to what comes with clarity instead of what comes with pressure. And trust that the God who set up the morning and the activation knows how to lead the chosen one through what comes next, without the chosen one having to chase the fake to keep up with the real. I want to go into more detail about what the activation today means for the specific things the chosen one has been waiting for, because the activation is not general. It has to do with certain things in the chosen one's life that have been being set up, that have been forming in the invisible, and that the chosen one has been holding in their heart of hope during the long formation season. Things will not come to the chosen one the way they do to people who have not been through what the chosen one has already been through. The specific way it will arrive is the way things always arrive to the person who activated what the chosen one activated today. There is a clear connection between the arrival and the chosen one, and it is clear that this was planned, and that the person it was planned for is the one receiving it. Certain relationships and connections with certain people carrying certain things that the assignment needs have been in the process of arranging in the chosen one's life. These people were also being formed and positioned through their own preparation seasons and were moving toward the chosen one in a way that neither the chosen one nor those people were fully aware of. The activation today put those connections on the path to becoming visible in the next step. The people who were being put in place to meet the chosen one are now moving toward the meeting. And the chosen one will know them when they get there because the formation gave them the wisdom to see them. Arrangements also include specific opportunities doors that have been prepared for the specific job that the chosen one was built for. These are not general opportunities that can be had by anyone who is in the right place at the right time, but opportunities that are tailored to the chosen one and require the exact training that that chosen one has received and the skills the training has given them. Those doors have been put in place. Today's activation changed them from being in a position to being open. Those who have been chosen and are paying attention will see them start to become available in the days that follow. The chosen one, and I want to talk about what the activation means for the part of their life that has felt stuck the most. Because the person who has been chosen during the long formation season often has a certain part of their life situation or relationships where they feel stuck the most, where they feel like they have been waiting the longest, and where they feel like nothing is moving. Today's activation only spoke to that area and nothing around it, or to areas next to it while that one stays still. That is, to the specific stuck point, because the formation that the chosen one went through was designed to make the thing that the stuck point needed. The stuck area is no longer stuck now that the formation has made that thing. It's responding to what was pressed. Somebody has been carrying the weight of the stuck area for a long time during the formation season. That person is about to see that weight lift. Not in the sense that a burden is taken away without a reason, but in the sense that the thing that was holding it in place is finally freed because the thing that was supposed to arrive to free it has now arrived. The chosen one was the thing that had to show up. The fully formed one they chose who did what they did today. Now, that person has arrived. The area that was stuck can move. But God is telling you the thing that felt most stuck is the thing that is most about to move. Not because things finally changed in a way that has nothing to do with you, but because you got there. Because of what you did today, what was waiting for you to get there to let go is now letting go. Today, the chosen one did something very specific that I want to talk about in more depth because the chosen one might be confused if they hear that they set off something amazing and wonder how a normal morning action could have caused something so big to happen. To fully grasp it, one must know what the chosen one carries, what the formation made them, and what they bring to every normal action that a normal person who has not been through the formation does not bring. The person who was chosen and has been through the long formation has a certain density of formation, a depth that was built by the weight of the things that the formation needed. And an ordinary act is not ordinary when that density of formation is present. The person doing the act carries the weight of everything that made them who they are, and that weight gives the act a gravity that the same act done by an unformed person does not have. Because of this, the chosen one doesn't have to do extraordinary things to make extraordinary things happen. Everyday things are all they need to do. When someone who is extraordinarily formed does normal things, those normal things carry the weight of the formation. It is the weight of the formation in the normal act that causes effects that the chosen one is not expecting when they are just showing up in the normal way. You just showed up today like every other day. The ordinary morning of the chosen one's life has ordinary things that you did, and the weight of what you carried in those ordinary acts made them happen. You don't need to do more. Do the same thing over and over again. Keep showing up the way you always do. Stay true to who you are by adding the weight of your identity to everyday tasks. The weight of your identity is what makes things happen, and it always will. And I want to talk about something that happens to the chosen one when they understand what they did. There is a certain feeling inside the chosen one that comes when they realize that what they did today was more important than they thought. That what they thought was an ordinary morning task was actually a spiritually significant event in their lives. The experience that comes is a reset, a change in how the chosen person sees the normal parts of their life and the things they do. It's not about making the chosen one feel bigger or more important than other people in some kind of hierarchy. Instead, it's about changing how we think about what ordinary chosen one faithfulness does in the world. The chosen person who can clearly see what their regular faithfulness does is a more powerful chosen person than the one who can't. These things happen anyway. It's not because seeing changes what faithfulness does, but because seeing changes how the chosen one acts in everyday life. They bring more purpose, more awareness, and more of the participating consciously that God wants from the chosen one who he works with, instead of just using as an instrument. Recalibration. Knowing what you activated today is an invitation to be more aware of what you bring into every ordinary act. not performatively or with self-conscious monitoring that gets in the way of the formation's natural expression. Instead, bring the quiet, settled awareness of someone who knows that what they do in their everyday faithfulness is having effects they can't see. So they bring their whole selves to every act, even the everyday ones, knowing that the fully present chosen one is the best version of any act they can do. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Now, I want to talk about what God is doing in the lives of those who meet the Chosen One in the days after this morning's activation. This is because the activation isn't just about what happens to the Chosen One. It's always been about what happens through the Chosen One, and it will always be about what happens through the Chosen One during operations. The people that the Chosen One was made to reach will start to meet them in new ways. Not because the Chosen One changes how they act, but because the activation changes the quality of what is coming out of the Chosen One into the encounter. When the Chosen One interacts with others, the formation that was activated today is now fully operational. The fully operational formation creates a different kind of interaction than the partially formed version. When the Chosen One meets someone who is going through a hard time, that meeting now has the full weight of the Chosen One formation on it. The person who is having trouble meets someone who not only knows what difficulty is, but also knows what it's like on the inside. When someone is there, they communicate an understanding that can't be done, only developed, and that quality of encounter makes the person in trouble feel something they weren't expecting before the encounter. They came hoping to have a conversation. After running into a formation, they leave. And the shaping they saw in the Chosen One set something in motion inside them. That starts the work God always planned to do through the Chosen. I want to talk one more time about the mind and the cognitive part of what was activated today, because the Chosen One has full cognitive capacity that God gave them from the start in order to fully use what was activated. And the Chosen One can get something right now that helps with that full deployment. Dr. Sperry's Nobel Prize-winning research that children have 98% of the cognitive abilities of geniuses, but adults only have less than 2% of those abilities. This is directly relevant to the Chosen One who activated what they activated today, because what was activated will unfold in ways that require the Chosen One to process, perceive, and navigate with the full original capacity that God gave them. It will be hard to do the assignment that comes up in the days after the activation. There will be times when you need the level of discernment that the formation gave you. It will lead to relationships that need the level of understanding that the formation created. And it will make your brain and processing power work in ways that need the full original design of the Chosen One mind, not the sped-up version. Genius Switch, which you can get at Kosenko. ComSwitch is the specific tool that New York City neurosurgeon Dr. Daniel Bawani made to get back to the original cognitive function that the Nobel Prize research showed. 24 hours a week, closed eyes and headphones on, technology called Neural Sync that uses the neural pathways that correspond to the original abilities. It's not a brainwave product or a meditation app, a plan for fixing the brain based on research that won the Nobel Prize. Over 18,156 people have used it. Base price of $39 against the list price of $49. 4 extras for free. Money-back guarantee of 100%. The person who was chosen and did what they did today deserves to be their whole selves for what comes next. Go to chosen.het.com/switch today to start. I want to talk to the Chosen One about the state of mind that goes with what happened today. It's because the activation doesn't just have effects on the outside world of the Chosen One's life. Also, it makes something inside the Chosen One that is worth naming and recognizing. A certain kind of clarity is created on the inside by the activation, not the clarity that comes from having understood something or answered a question that was still open, but the clarity of someone who has gone from one mental state to another without being sure when the change took place. Having clarity when something that was being worked on is finished, when something that was coming together has done so, when something that was being built is now built. Today, the chosen one who set off what they set off may feel in their heart that something that was moving is now stabilizing. A feeling that the landscape inside is a little different from how it was in the morning. It wasn't drastically different or like something changed all of a sudden. Instead, it was like something that had been on its way has finally arrived. That settling in on the inside is the activation becoming visible on the inside before it becomes visible on the outside. The outside effects, like the doors starting to move, the alignments starting to show up, and the connections starting to form, are still in the process of becoming visible. But the inside effect is already there. If the chosen person pays attention to their inner self in the days that follow this morning, they will notice the quality of the settling and know that it is the activation working on the inside before it can be seen on the outside, because the activation wasn't just about what the chosen one gets. I want to talk about something that the chosen one was specifically put together to do. It was also about what the chosen one can now do. The chosen person who has been activated has access in a way that the person who has not been activated does not. Get to the things that the formation made. It is now possible to fully access the wisdom, stability, compassion, and faithfulness that were built up over the long formation season. This access is now ready to be released into every encounter, action, and aspect of the responsibility that is opening. When the chosen one meets someone going through a hard time in the days after the activation, they are giving them more of themselves than they did before the activation. The quality of the meeting is better. There is more depth to what flows through the encounter. The chosen one who activated what they actually activated today has more of the specific thing that the person in trouble needed from the encounter. It didn't add anything new, but the activation made everything that the formation already made available to the chosen one, ready for the fights that were to come. It was always meant to be an assignment with a fully available formation that is sent out into the encounters of the assignment season. Today, God made the chosen one completely ready for what is going to happen, because God doesn't watch the chosen one from afar. I also want to talk about what God saw when He looked at them doing what they did today. He is fully present in the life of the chosen one at all times. He saw something today in the ordinary thing the chosen one did in the ordinary morning that made God feel something. As the chosen one went through the whole formation season, God saw how faithful they were and what kind of faithfulness they had. The kind of faithfulness that shows up on normal mornings without any extra motivation. And the kind of faithfulness that keeps going even when there aren't any signs of its arrival yet. The faithfulness that does what they were taught to do because that's who they are, not because it's what the situation calls for. And God saw that faithfulness in the simple act of getting dressed in the morning. That's why He's sending this message to the chosen one today. He isn't talking because something important happened and he needs to say something. He is speaking because God responds to acts of faithfulness like those done by the chosen one today. It makes it makes God happy in a way that only the fully faithful chosen one can. The happiness of a parent seeing the child he raised do exactly what he taught them to do in a normal way without any fuss or need for praise, because it's who they are. Yesterday, God was happy about the chosen one. Today, God's happiness over the chosen one is an activation. The Creator being happy with what He made, the Father being happy with His child, and the person who built the formation being happy with what it does. That happiness lets something happen in the chosen one situation. It lets the person who is happy use their special favor, and the chosen one's life is changed by the favor of a happy God in powerful ways. Next, I want to talk to the chosen one about what they should remember from this morning. Knowing what you activated changes how you handle the rest of the day, how you deal with what's in front of you, how you see yourself and your actions. and how much weight your regular faithful doing actually has. That you carry the authority of the activated doesn't mean that you're proud, or that you think you're more important than others. Instead, it means that you are someone who has done what the formation made them do at the exact moment God set them sit to do it, and they now go about their day knowing that what they did today is having effects they can't see, but that God is managing on their behalf. The chosen person who did what they did today has the rest of the day to themselves. But not in the sense that things will be easy or that there won't be any opposition. Instead, it means that the chosen one who activated what they activated is moving forward with the power of an activation behind them. With what was started today already moving, with the doors that were opened already starting to work, that person who is chosen and walks through the rest of the day. With that awareness brings a different kind of presence to everything they come across. I'd also like to talk about the specific link between what the chosen one did today and the journey that's coming. The activation didn't just make something happen today. It made something happen that will happen all season long. During the beginning of the assignment season, as the activation goes on, there will be specific relationships, chances, and ways of expressing the assignment. The chosen one who set off what they set off today is starting to become fully what the formation has been building toward all along. And what they did is the first step toward that expression, showing up in the real world. God has been putting together things that we can't see, but they are starting to take shape in a way that we can see and interact with. And the chosen one who did what they did today is the one who was made to live in that physical form of what God planned. Do not leave it. Do what you did today again. Because this isn't a one-time thing. Keep show up with the same quality of the chosen formation that you brought with you in the morning. It is the start of a pattern, and the pattern is the chosen one doing what the formation taught them to do over and over again. The effects of that doing are adding up and making the visible expression of what God has been planning all along. Today, you set something off, and it's only now starting to be felt. I want to speak declarations over the chosen one right now, because the truths that have been spoken through this message need to be settled inside the chosen one. Declarations are the only way to do that. Today, something happened because of the specific action of the specific chosen one at the specific moment God set. It wasn't a big or unusual event. The formation that you carry was there as a normal faithful person would do in the morning. The weight of the formation was in that action. And that weight at that time caused what it caused. The doors that were put in place are starting to move. It looks like the alignments that were coming together are now here. Things that have been planned in the invisible are starting to move toward the visible. And you started that change by being the chosen one you were made to be, not by doing anything special. They who were chosen but don't know what they turned on are already in it. They don't have to understand it before the activation starts to work. It's already moving and working, making effects they can't see that will become visible in dimensions they can see over the next few days. God made sure you saw this message today because He didn't want to add stress or burden, but to make you more aware. The chosen one should be given the eyes to see what they are going through, so that they can move through it as a conscious person. Wow, you did something crazy today. God is saying it out loud so you can hear it, accept it, and know what you are and what you did, and what you set in motion when you showed up the way you always do. Today, you did something that the full arrival season has been waiting for. You are a chosen one. You are seen by God. God was with you in the morning, and God will be with everything that the morning brought to life as it goes on. The chosen one who starts their daily 8-minute practice with Genius Switch is adding their full cognitive potential to what was charged today. What was set off needs all of you, your spiritual growth, the character that comes from endurance, and the intelligence that God gave you from the start. The genius level function that the long formation seasons sped up your access to. But that can be fixed with Genius Switch's Neural Sync technology, as research by Dr. Daniel Barron shows 8 minutes every day at Picadeco. ComSwitch closed eyes and headphones on. Over 456 people have brought back the clarity, processing speed, and creative integration that the activation needs for the fully chosen one to fully inhabit it. You should be your best self because of what you activated today. Start getting the full version back today. Go to Chosen Echo, ComSwitch, and let the activation get to everything God put inside you. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit Community through the link in the description, the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open before we get to the end of this powerful story. Let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your